everybody, and welcome back to another blind commentary of Samurai Jack Season 3, Episode 12, as per usual. There's the outro if you skip that. So, yeah, it's the second part for that Birth of Evil, the origin story of Aku. It's gonna be interesting to see what exactly there is more to be told, because there are certain events that can be filled here. There are certain key story points that have not yet been answered, but it'll be interesting to see how those will be answered. Yeah, it's been pretty fantastic. It's a pretty good season so far, and this is just a pretty good ending. Like, it's an interesting ending to have the story be told, like, have a season end by telling the start of the story. It's really unconventional, but I kind of like it. It's unconventional. It's pretty unusual. I'll just get on with the show proper. This is actually the same scene that we have already seen, but from a rather different point of view. It's actually, like, if I remember correctly, this was in the first season. It might have even been some of the first scenes, and that's actually pretty fine, and this is kind of interesting to see it from a different point of view. That's pretty cool, actually. I wonder which god's intervention this actually is, because obviously that is a celestial being. That's rather interesting that it's just a corporeal form of just that kind of breezy autumn wind. That's interesting how it was formed there, but I wonder which god actually sent it. Like, this creature's origin is rather mysterious. It would be interesting to know who exactly sent it or where it came from, but oh well. I mean, I think we know where it came from, but still. You know. That's one huge horse, by the way. Now, all of the gods. Well, that was surprising. I suppose they should not be intervening directly themselves against even a minor form of that grand evil, so it does make sense that they would just send their avatars to deal with this, and even though they won't intervene directly, they will at the very least send assistance. So that does make quite a bit of sense. Yeah, it's a pretty cool way to see that. This is a pretty cool way to show the origins of the sword at the very least. It looks rather cool, and it gives quite a bit better explanation for the origins of it, even if it does seem like a minor convenience to show it in this kind of manner. But no, well, like it doesn't really make sense for us to be seeing it this late in the series, but don't really mind. It had to be they needed to stick it somewhere, and this is just a fun enough place. Now, unfortunately, there is quite a bit of tension taken away from this episode, because we do know the outcome, and we also know how it mostly will play out, so that's rather unfortunate. Like, the tension and mystery is kind of taken out, but that's unfortunate. It still works out very well as a revelation chapter, so a revelatory episode. I mean, if nothing else, at the very least this will provide an interesting and entertaining fight sequence, so that's pretty good. Plus, that's what the show always is pretty good at doing, so it's good that it sticks to what it knows the best, so. It's also a pretty good showcase for Aku's cool transformation, so that's pretty cool. When Aku was at the prime of his power, or I think he still regained a lot of that power, if not all of it. Like, it showcases again some of Aku's cool transformations, so that's, it's pretty entertaining, I suppose. It does seem like an intimidating bad guy, though. Like, this does really highlight the gap of between power of mortal and something akin to an eldritch god. So, you know, it's a very good highlight for the difference in the power levels. So. Oh, just okay. That's pretty metal. Just tanking those. Just tanking those spear strikes. That's pretty badass. This, well, it's the show's pretty competent at showing him taking damage. That's for sure. Okay, that's a pretty good ending, I suppose. Well, that's an overall a rather good ending for that. Or it's not yet. The season isn't really yet over, but it mostly is over now. That's a pretty good episode. I honestly do kind of like that. It's a pretty nice episode. It just shows the origin story of both Aku and the sword, and the gods' interference, which is something that I really kind of like, the mystical elements. That's pretty cool to see, and it also kind of shows how they were so prepared for the case of Aku coming back. Yeah, it's pretty cool overall. I especially really do like how the fight sequences, of course, are something that I really do like of the show, because they look badass. Yeah, they look pretty cool. Then they are certainly something that I really greatly enjoy. So it's good that the show decided to go with that, because that's the show's strength. It's good to bank on the strength. So yeah, there's honestly not that much to say about this though. Like, it's overall pretty nice, but it's pretty simple because we already know the conclusion. So yeah, that's about it. That's also actually kind of a unfortunate little. There's an unfortunate implication, which is that if Jack ever does beat Aku, it won't be permanent, because Aku will be coming back eventually. So it's an unfortunate little implication that the episode kind of confirms there. So yeah. But that's about all I have to say. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope to see you all in the future. Great day and stay awesome. I'm gonna move out. Thank you very much for watching.